Today we're going to be making a Trim Healthy Mama delicious dinner called Mexican burger and rice. I think you're really going to like this one. It sounds amazing. Now I haven't had it yet, but it's got all the stuff in it I love, so I think it's going to be a big hit. So let's go. So I'm going to start off today by cooking up some turkey and some ground beef. Now I'm cooking up a little bit more than I need, but basically we're going to need a pound of either ground beef or ground turkey. I'm using half and half, and I'm going to cook up the meat and then put it in the freezer so I have it for another meal. So the recipe says to add the bell pepper and the onion in with the ground beef and the turkey. But since I'm going to be doing this separately, I'm going to go ahead and cook up the meat, and then we're going to add the beef and the onion when after we take half of the meat out. So I'll bring you back as soon as this meat is cooked up, and then I'll show you the next step. As my meat cooks up, I've gotten my cauliflower all prepared. I cut it up and washed it, and I have put it in my Sistema steamer. Most of you are familiar with this if you watch my channel, but I'll leave a description below. It steams vegetables absolutely perfect. So I'm going to put it in the microwave for about 9 minutes. And then when it's done, we're going to rice that because we're going to be using some riced cauliflower with this meal. All right, I've got my mixture completely cooked up. So I'm going to take half of this and I'm going to just set it aside in a bowl, and I'm going to let it cool completely. I want this mixture to cool before I freeze it. And then I'm going to be draining the rest of mine for the rest of my dish. Now I'm going to be adding a cup of onions, and I'm also going to be adding half a cup, I'm going to put in a cup, but half a cup of a green onion. So I actually just chopped this whole green onion up, and I just want to cook these with the meat for a little bit until the onions are translucent. All right, our onions are all cooked down, and I've drained every bit of fat off of this that I can. And to this, I'm going to be adding some seasonings. And I have quite a few seasonings I'm adding. I'm going to be adding chili powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper, oat fiber, and I'm going to put all those right in with my casserole. So I'm going to give these a good stir, and I'm going to kind of stir these in before I add the salsa. Now I'm going to put the exact amounts in the description below. Ooh, those smell delicious. Now I'm going to be adding a cup and a half of salsa to this. And I'm also going to be adding my riced cauliflower. Who knew that cauliflower could become such a versatile dish? It's just wonderful. I love cauliflower. I love it riced. I love it just plain with cheese, and I love it actually roasted with other vegetables. I'm actually going to be doing a recipe over this weekend where I'm going to be roasting some vegetables, and it's going to be a really good video. I've got some wonderful beets that I'm going to be roasting in the air fryer. I think you're really going to like that. And I probably didn't rice this as good as I could have. I'm a little sore today from that trip to Disneyland. I don't know why, but I am. We're just going to give this a little stir. All right. Now it says we're going to add 2 cups of cheddar cheese to this. All right. I'm going to be putting some jalapenos over the top of this cheese. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cover these. I'll tell you what, this looks delicious. I just can't hardly wait to eat it. So I'm going to just make myself a nice little serving. It's dinner time for me. All right, a little bit of cilantro. A little bit of onions. And a little bit of sour cream. And there you go. That is the Mexican burger and rice. We're going to give this a try. All right, let's give our Mexican burger rice casserole a try. I already know it's going to be good, but I'm gonna try it for you for the first time ever. Wow. That is so flavorful. You've got to try this. Trim Healthy Mama Mexican burger and rice. This is probably going to be one of my new favorites. I absolutely love it. Wow. Not much you can do to top that. Maybe a little more sour cream. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel. Or better yet, maybe become a member. I've got 3 different categories you can sign up for. I got all kinds of special perks for my members. And I'd love to have you as part of my group. So give me a like, a thumbs up, or ring the bell for future notifications. And I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.